Hi Aries, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. So today, Aries, for your meditative session, you guys got the Ace of Swords. Sometimes this card to me can be like use your intuition, and sometimes it's like speak, right? Like you have to communicate a message, and I feel like with this one it kind of is both, but I feel like it's more on the communication front. Like I think that there's something, I don't know if you want to express yourself or someone wants to like tell you something, but I feel like it's that you need to like express yourself, right? There's something here about like, I don't know if you're feeling some type of way. Like, I don't know, I feel like there's a nervous energy to speak about how you feel. It's like about your feelings, right? Like there's no Ace of Cups here, but I feel like whatever it is that you have to communicate is like, you keep it repressed because you don't want to like cause a stir, or you're afraid like what it would cause if you spoke. So you're like, let me just keep it to myself. But I feel like they're guiding you to speak. With the Ace of Swords, it's kind of like, again, I feel like it's about how you feel about a certain situation. I don't know if this is like about your feelings or if this is just about like straight up like, you know, something like super black and white, like, oh, you got to pay rent today, like, you know what I mean? But I don't think it's that. I think it's something about your feelings, and I think it's hard for you to express it because, like, again, I get this saying in my head, like, I don't want to rock the boat. I don't know what that even means. Like like you don't want to cause a stir, but like, what does that mean? You don't want to cause a stir. I don't know if you like the way things are right now, or I think you're afraid, like, you know what I mean? It's not that you don't want change, it's that you're afraid if you said something, it might not go the way that you want it to go. So yeah, Aries is really interesting. Let's pull some cards and see what we got. So Aries, I feel like I'm speaking about a masculine energy because I have the Father here and I have the King of Cups. So again, it's so funny because in the meditative session we were talking about how someone needs to communicate, and the last card that came out was, again, the Ace of Swords. So yeah, this is definitely about communication, and I was like, I think this is some sort of communication about how you feel. And again, we get the emotions card twice. So I think it's so funny because it's like, the meditation session was so on point. Like, yeah, this is exactly what's going on. Someone has to express themselves, and I feel like it's this masculine energy, and I feel for this person because it's not a comfortable feeling for them. And I think that's what, if I'm speaking to the feminines that watch like Aries, it's like they're not comfortable in this energy. Right? With the 10 of Pentacles in reverse at the end and the moon, it's like this is a foreign thing for them, right? To express themselves, to learn. And it's something that's needed 100%. I'm not saying that's not needed, but again, they have to sit in this King of Cup energy, right? And learn to express themselves. So yeah, I feel like they're being guided intuitively with the Counselor here and the Abundance, that whatever they have to say is going to be met positively, right? With the Abundance card, it's like, and we have another dragon here, so it's like the Ace of Swords, remember the meditative session was a dragon, and they have another dragon here. So it's, again, it's about this energy of, can you express yourself, right? Can you extend the energy that I'm trying to figure out why they're so afraid, though. It's not only that it's foreign, it's something that they have to say. And I really feel like this is a divine partnership. This is a divine partner. This isn't just like I don't know, again, if twin flames are real. Like, I mean, I don't want to put this like, oh, this is a twin flame video, but I have 3 11s. And for me, again, I see it more as like a divine partner, but you can call it a twin flame. You can call it whatever the hell you want to call it. But we have an 11, 11, 11, right? This is like, I don't know if the masculine needs to hear that this is like a divine union. This is a divine thing. This was put in their life for a reason. This is like, again, another type of confirmation with their emotions card, that this will be heaven on earth for them. Do you see like emotions with heaven and earth? It's literally, and we have again the sword, the ace of swords, right? The sword is being held, and it's like we need to cut. I feel it's like telling this king to cut the shit, right? Like cut it out. Like whatever you need to say, it's worth saying, right? It's worth your time, it's worth your while, because again, the 3 11s just indicate to me it's the balance that this is going to create, 1, but 2, it's more about like, maybe this king has a problem with the duality, right? Because we have so many 11s, it's like they have a problem being in that blue energy, right? And that energy of expressing themselves, right? And I think, again, maybe with the masculine feminine, it's like a problem in being in that energy of saying how they feel. Again, I don't know if it's, I feel like to express yourself, right? I don't know why it's so important if it's like a masculine or feminine thing. I mean, saying your feelings, I feel like it's a feminine thing, but being like straightforward about something is, I feel like like more masculine energy. So it's like, again, there's a balance, right? There's a balance that needs to be had. It's like, do you know how to express yourself in a way that's gonna like, it's not even for the divine feminine, it's like for yourself, right? For this masculine, it's like, it's for you. Like they're only going to give you good shit once you do this. There's only like promises of beautiful things coming for you. I see such beautiful cards. Again, you got the abundance card. There's something in your head that makes you feel like whatever you're gonna say, you're gonna lose something. Like you're losing something. You're losing out on something if you express yourself, right? And that's why they're coming in. This is a lot about pentacles too. This is a lot, because with the 10 of pentacles at the end, I feel like, again, this is about the stability of the king. The king doesn't feel, maybe this king doesn't 100% know how the other person feels. So if you're the feminine energy, I feel like that's not the problem, let's be honest. I feel like the masculine knows how the feminine feels. It's like, can they reciprocate it? I don't even think it's a worth thing. I think it's just the simple fact that they feel like there's an instability once they say what they have to say. And I don't know where that's coming from, that like instability, right? They feel like I don't know if they feel like they're going to lose something. I don't know if again, with the abundance card, it's like they're trying to tell this king that it's going to be abundant, but this king doubts it. So that's the whole problem, right? But why do they doubt it? I don't know if this is for the feminine, but this king, I don't know if he's going to continue to delay this, but I have 2 cards of like delays, right? With the 7 of coins in reverse and the 2 of swords in reverse, it talks to me about delays, right? It talks to me about procrastination. It talks to me about like how this king is not ready, right? And again, I feel like if you're the feminine energy, you're like, what the hell do you mean he's not ready? Do you know what I'm saying? You're like, what the hell does that mean to me? How am I supposed to like, what kind of advice is that? But I just want you to know that I just feel like, although all this is set up for this king, with this coming out underneath him, I don't know if he's going to continue to procrastinate, right? But I do feel like with this story of the 7 of coins in reverse, it was about these 2 men, right? Who one was seen as like the hero, like one was seen as like the better choice, and one was like a poor man. So they were like, we're gonna make the poor man the moon, and we're gonna make the rich man the sun, right? And when it was time to like jump into the fire to sacrifice themselves so they become the sun and the moon, the rich guy, like the one that was more popular, he was so like scared he couldn't do it, and the poor man he jumped in. So when the gods saw this, they switched them, right? They were like, okay, so the poor man is going to be the sun, and the rich man who thought like he was the shit is going to be the moon. And there's a story here, like it's about cowardice, right? Like someone was scared and they kind of got punished. And I'm not saying that this is going to, again, I don't know if like some sort of punishment or like, you know, the feminine pulls away from this masculine, and then that's when they realize like, again, that they have to speak and be in like this King of Cups mode. Like again, there's another thing about this person having to be in their like King of Cups. They have to speak about how they feel, basically, right? They have to be in this like energy of like, I want to express myself, right? But I think for both people, like they're not seeing clearly, right? And then all of a sudden they go into this kind of mode of expressing themselves. But I feel like it's only when they kind of miss out on something. With the 7 of Coins story about how like this guy misses out on being the son because he's like a coward, that's the like the energy I'm getting from the father, unfortunately, is like, yeah, I think he's kind of scared, but more than scared, it's like turning him into some sort of, you know, like, I don't think that's who he is, but the fact that he can't do it causes a delay, right? It causes a delay in his life. But I feel like, unfortunately, it causes the feminine to suffer as well, right? Because the masculine isn't ready, or the masculine procrastinates, or the masculine delays, right? So I don't know if there has to be some sort of loss or like instability that like, what I feel like is like this person, they are like super into it, and then when it's time to kind of express themselves, they get scared and they don't, and then the feminine pulls away, and then they feel the tug of the feminine, and then they come back, right? And I feel like that with these 11s, there's like a dance, right? Like as soon as the feminine moves this way, then the masculine is like, I messed up and I have to go that way, right? Like I have to follow her. But again, I think that the cowardice is not, it's not rewarded, right? Like it's not rewarded. The only thing that's gonna cause the reward and the loss of this confusion, right? Like the end of this confusion, I want to say, is, I don't know if it's like some instability, or when the feminine decides to be like, you know what, forget this. But again, with the moon, I feel like they're confused up to a point, and I feel like the end of confusion comes. There's an end of confusion for them, but it's only when they speak, or like there's an end to this confusing situation between these two people until like someone decides to speak. And I really feel like it has to be the masculine, because it's the King of Cups, right? Not the Queen of Cups. And again, we're all like masculine and feminine, but again, I just feel like it's on this person's part. I feel like the feminine has already kind of expressed herself, and if you are the feminine and you need to express yourself, then that's something that you need to do as well. But again, I feel like the feminine has kind of made some sort of like point, right? So let's pull some advice. I feel like this whale for sure is for the masculine, right? And we have the whales and the counselor, and I saw it and I was like, oh my god, the whales. And then of course you guys got whales. So I feel like this is for the masculine, right? With Trust the Great Mystery, number 65. Again, another 11. Oh my god. I want to say this masculine, this is a lesson for this masculine in trusting. Like this is literally a bigger thing than the feminine. Like I think the feminine, you need to understand, this is a bigger thing than expressing. It's in trusting, right? It's like I don't want to say like trust issues, but it is that, right? Like it comes down to this person can't express himself because of the lack of trust that they feel. And again, I think it's like, it's deeper than just like them speaking. It's because they don't trust, right? And this is a lesson for that masculine in trusting. And that's why it's such a long, it's going to be long, right? Because it's a lesson in trust. And yeah, it's just, it's a lesson in trust. And this, I feel like for the masculine, Saint Bridget is also here, Our Lady of Exalted Light. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. This is for the masculine as well, and it reminds me of here, where like the cowardice is. And it's less of a coward. I feel like in the story, I keep saying coward, and I feel like that's really mean. But I think what it is that this masculine has to attach himself again to that flame, right? Because we're getting a lot about like fire here with the 7 of Coins. And it's funny because Saint Bridget also talks about this like flame or this light, right? And I feel like she's trying to tell the masculine that they have to reconnect to that flame, right? They have to reconnect to whatever it is that's inside of them that is not letting them trust, right? And it's not letting them express themselves. It has a lot to do with their own light. And I feel like at this point, they don't even trust in themselves, and they have to, right? So they have to connect to that inner fire, right? And I feel like a way that she says that you can do that is to like read or write. And I feel like that's really important, because when you write, you say like what you feel, right? So I feel like for this divine masculine, right, this father energy, write about how you feel. I think that you're disconnected from your emotions, and that's why you can't trust, and that's why you can't receive, and that's why you can't, like, you're not giving, right? And I think the really like important thing is to write. Uncensored writing, like she talks about that, and it's like if you're able to know what you're feeling, to know what your emotions truly are, to understand that side, like to balance this all out, you have to like, I want to say do the writing. Like write uncensored, just write how you're feeling. If you're thinking about a person, just write and then read it. And then that's literally how you feel. And then that's where this clarity comes from. And then you're going to be able to speak your truth, right? And there's like an end to the confusion. And I feel like, I feel like this is from the universe, right? And it's also for the feminine. I think like, again, it's like one of them was punished because they were like a coward, and I think that's why Miao Shan, the Princess of Mercy, giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. Again, it's like, I think it's just for the feminine because of the tiger, and like I just feel like the tiger is for the feminine, and I think they want you to know that even though this masculine is like caught up right now, right? It's not that they don't have feelings, I feel like, for you. I just think that they have to learn this lesson of trust. And by remaining upset with this person, it's like only going to bring down your light. So I feel like the energy, like they're trying to say that just be like empathetic to this person. I know it's like the hardest thing, because I feel like you do like care about this person, and you have shown them like maybe that you are trustworthy. But there's a bigger issue here that goes beyond you, and it has to do, and it's like a lesson that they need to learn. And I feel like the lesson they need to learn is trusting, right? Trusting in like the way things are mapped out, trusting in someone like bigger than themselves, trusting in their higher consciousness, trusting, and again, like reconnecting with their soul, with their like emotions. They have to reconnect to it, and that's a big lesson. That's a big like thing that they have to do. And I'm trying to give them like a shortcut to like just writing and like seeing how you feel, but at the end of the day, like they have to be the one to say it. They have to be the one to feel it. They have to be the one to get themselves out of this confusion. Even like if you're like an angel, like a saint, like you don't do anything wrong. That's not what this is about, right? It has nothing to do with like you or like who you are, or like you're not good enough. Like I just don't want this to like this masculine to affect you, right? And I feel like it won't, because I feel like you're also on like an empress mode, like you're an equal match to this person. So I feel like they just want you to be merciful, right? They want you to be like empathetic to this king, and like not to suffer for them, right? Because I think they will see it eventually. I do think they will, but just don't like suffer, right? Try to like be empathetic and understand where this person's coming from, and understand that this is like a bigger thing than you. Like this is not a reflection on you in any way. This is the problem that this person has, and that they just have to work through themselves, right? So yeah, Aries, I really hope this resonates with you. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.